In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make really cute monthly cover pages like these for your bullet journal or your planner for free without any drawing skills whatsoever. So you probably know where this is heading. We're going to do a bit of AI art and we're going to use ChatGPT. So if you want lots of graphics like this, you can obviously tell it to do that. You can tell it to pare it back. There is plenty of different ways that you can create these covers. I'll just show you what I did. So I went into ChatGPT, obviously. I wrote out what I wanted it to create, and then it started creating some inspo images for me. Now, I did it month by month, which I recommend you do it month by month, because if you try and do all of them at once, not only will you use up all of your free data, so I could usually generate only 2 to 3 images per day. So it did take a few days to do it, but it's better than paying for the paid ChatGPT plan. And then each time that it did it, I also asked for a JPEG and a PDF. Just to tell you in advance, I did not see any difference in print quality between using the JPEG and the PDF. So you could just do the JPEG and save your downloads that way instead of getting the PDF. I don't think it's necessary. I didn't notice a difference in print quality. So you can see there was one like for April that it spat out. I'll show you the prompt and everything in a sec, but I wanted to show you some different ideas because that will drive what you use, what you say in your prompt. So that was the one for April. And then I said May, and I was like, yeah, maybe it's a bit similar. So then I asked it, you can see I kept it really simple, asked it to make something else that looks different. They added in a bike. They reduced the number of all these plants, which were just way too many for my liking. And you can see that it continued the whole way down to create all of those. If you want, you can direct it again further. So I kept this very Northern Hemisphere centric, but for us here in Australia, July is nothing like this. July is winter. So you can just tell it what you want. You do notice that the font actually changed throughout. So I didn't tell it a specific font to use, but if it is one that you like, or if you have an inspiration image and you say, can you match this font? It's usually quite accurate. And if it can't match it, you can also ask it to give you some other font options that are similar, and it'll give you like a list of 5 to 10 different ones that you can pick from. So if you have a particular font, you can tell it to use that. You can also tell it where to place the text. So I told it to put it in the middle of the page because that's the aesthetic that I like, but maybe you want it in the bottom right corner. Just tell it that and it will be fine. It will take that into consideration when it generates it. I do think that these images were getting a little cluttered by the end of it. So there is a lot packed into that versus the initial one for April that I showed you in the beginning. And it did start to get a few similar things. So you can see that for October, it had the little signboard, and then it kept adding that into every single month. So unless you tell it, no, I don't like that, it'll keep adding it in. So again, you just need to train it when you do it. You can see there, I specifically wanted certain things. So it took that out, added different elements. So there's plenty of different options there. The other things that I tried was being super descriptive. So instead of being broad like I was the first time, my second prompt was, you can read all of this. I wanted specific images in there. I wanted to have a hand-drawn doodle look. I wanted everything to be in black. I wanted it to be similar to playlist script font, really like that font, and then put it in the middle and, how to structure it. So I quite liked how that turned out. And if you don't like it, you can say, give me another option, which is what I did there. So you can see that it kept the same font, it kept some of the same elements, but for example, it loves these little signboards that are added in here instead of like less fireworks. And then the other thing I was like, well, you know what? If this is going to be a monthly cover page, let's just add a mini monthly calendar to it. And I want a little box where I can put people's birthdays or other events that are happening. So I just kept the same prompt that I used in the one I just showed you, and then I added some extra text that I wanted it to include. It was quite accurate, but it was my bad. I should have told it to do a Monday start calendar. So now if I want the Monday start, I then have to waste another day's image. So if you can think about what you want before you prompt it, it will save you the data, because you only get a few of these that it'll churn out per day. But that looks pretty good. I probably wouldn't change anything other than the day of the week. It kept everything that I wanted. It did this, snowman with the scarf, the calendar. It was very specific. So that's good if you want to do all of the doodle style ones. But then I also wanted to test it out how it would look if I did it with a pattern, because I love to do pattern backgrounds for my monthly covers as well. So I kept this one quite small. I was very curious to see what it would come up with. I wasn't very descriptive. It was just a very brief prompt. So you can see it did kind of fit the brief, but it wasn't what I was envisioning. And I was like, well, you know what? It was probably my fault because I probably should have been more specific. So then I went way more specific. I wanted thicker text and more dots and then larger dots. Again, wasn't quite what I wanted, so that's fine. I just told it again what I did and didn't like, and it took that feedback on board and created this, and I'm like, yep, that is what I was envisioning. So you can see that if I had been better with my prompt, it would have churned out a better design that was more to my liking faster. I had to use 3 different images for that. And then I was like, okay, I've now trained it, so to speak. I now want one for February. And it did one, and I was like, you know what? I'm happy with that. Probably wasn't exactly what I was picturing in my mind, but you know what? It looks pretty good. Sometimes it'll give you a couple of options, and then maybe it looks different to what you envisioned, but maybe you like it better. I actually like this better than what I had in mind. So with all of that being said, let's have a go at entering in a prompt. So sticking with the theme of monthly, I've already done my monthly cover pages, so I'm not going to ask it to generate any more of those, but it did give me the idea when it created this one. What if I did a monthly themed to-do list? So let's see how it goes. Instead of me typing all of this out again, because that's just a waste of everyone's time watching me type that, I'm going to just tweak the original one that I had and see what it does. So January themed, instead of cover page, I'm going to go to do checklist, because I want to make sure that it adds the little boxes that we can check off at US letter page size. Now, the other thing to note, definitely generate it at US letter page size. You can always resize it down later on, but it's a bit harder to size up, in your printer menu because the graphics will go a bit grainy. The other thing to note is it did add a black border around the design, and I think that was a ChatGPT thing. So if you are going to resize it down, make sure you tell it, not to add a border, because it did do that for me when I was experimenting with printing it out. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so I still want the hand-drawn doodle look. I'll keep the same images in there. I still want the graphics and text in black, and then I still want the script font in the middle at the top of the page. And then I'm not sure what it's going to do for the line spacing, and I'm curious to see what it generates. So I'm not going to be prescriptive about the line spacing on that. So I think I'm just going to leave it with that. January theme to-do list, US letter size, still have all those sketches, graphics and text in black, and the January in a script font. All right, let's see what it does. You can kind of see how this could just snowball though, can't you? I'm sitting here thinking I could get it to do a themed habit tracker. I also like to have a notes page for each month. You could do so many different things with this. It's endless. I'm like, maybe that pro plan paying for it to get more images per day could be worth it. Also thinking about meal plans, cleaning, checklists. You could get rid of the hand-drawn look and tell it to do the patterns the whole way through. You could tell it to add color, but when I experimented with that, I didn't think the colors looked that good. I did put in specific colors, ironically, in a palette that ChatGPT had generated for me, but I didn't think the colors looked as nice and bold as when you would do it in Canva or wherever else. I know there's something about it. I'll include an image in the blog post, which will be linked down below, so you can see how it looked and you can see what you think. I think it's because they put the colors on. It was kind of a grey toned background, so you have to tell it that you want a white background. So anyway, I'll have some more tips with that in the blog post. So I quite like that. I probably would tell it that I want the images to be smaller because I want more space to write. But to be fair, I did tell it to include a lot of images on the page, so I can kind of see why it went with that approach. I still think it looks really cute. Can you imagine if you hand drew that and how long that would take? I cannot draw, and I just don't have the patience for it. I've tried those step-by-step books, how they say you draw this square and then you draw this circle and then you'll do all these together and it all creates a mug or whatever you're making, and I'm just like, I don't have the patience for that. So I like how fast that was. And then you could tell in the prompt, make the graphics smaller. I want the checklist space to be larger, and I like the line spacing, so I'm going to tell it to maintain that line spacing. And maybe I'll tell it to get rid of one of the images and we'll see what it does. Get rid of the calendar graphic. You don't have to tell it in certain orders either. You can just basically brain dump and verbal vomit and it will still be quite accurate. graphic smaller, checklist space to be, maybe the lines in the checklist space to be longer. Maintain the line space and get rid of the calendar graphic. All right, let's see what it does. And then it will probably use up my free prompts for today. So hopefully it looks good so I can use it straight away. And then if you do like that theme, going back to the original one where I said, make me one for February, you don't have to be so prescriptive with what graphics you want in it. Once you did the first couple, I found that it kind of knew what you wanted to include. As long as you said February themed, then it was pretty accurate, like it would start doing on a Valentine's Day or whatever else you consider February, still some wintry things. So you don't have to spend the time thinking really heavily about it unless you are super specific about what you want. It kind of picks up what you want and customize it quite accurately. So I was quite impressed with that. It's certainly a lot quicker. The other thing to note, with the resizing down that I was talking about before, and if it does add that black border around it, you can always drop the image into Canva and then add some rectangles over where they've added those black lines to get rid of the border. That was the workaround that I did. So I quite like how that turned out. Probably would still prefer the more busier look with the graphics, with the longer text, longer lines to write my text, but that's fine. I think it still looks quite good. I think that's pretty accurate with what I told it to do. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. You can see you can just go endless possibilities with how many things you want to customize. To save you on your ChatGPT credits, I do have this PDF with the covers that I made, which you can get for free from the printables library on my blog. So I'll have that link down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I do have more tutorials for planner related things on my channel as well as on my blog. So I'll see you in the next one.